Hello guys, and thank you very much for paying attention to my new video. I would like to explain why I'm uploading this, why I'm recording this. The first time I made a video about my collection was 2008, so pretty long time ago, and I recorded it with a pretty crappy mobile phone. It was a Sony Ericsson, and the quality was pretty bad, as you can see in my older videos. And back in the time, the guys asked me if I could make a new video with my new stuff in a better quality, so here we go. And before I start, I would like to apologize for my English. I know it's some time has passed by, but well, I don't know if there is any improvement. If not, then please, I'm sorry, but I think I can bring you the stuff and show you the stuff and inform you about my collection so that you can understand it pretty well. I would like to begin with these three items. First is the self-titled album. For the younger viewers, maybe to explain, yes, those are music cassettes. Before the era of MP3 and CDs and clouds and storage and stuff, we had this source of music. Okay, I'm just joking. Most of you guys know this one. This is the self-titled album. It's still sealed, as you can see, and this is the album without the Purity song on it. And yeah, got it back in 2002, I believe, and it's one of my favorite items. The tapes generally are one of my favorite items because they are getting pretty unique with the time, and yeah, so it's nice to have this one, the three albums. Second, Iowa is not sealed. I got it in this condition, but it's in a pretty good quality. I played it a few days ago to check how the quality of the tape is, and it's pretty okay, pretty good. So it's not as good as an MP3, but it's still playable and good to listen to. I believe that this was the last album which has been released on tape. You can correct me if I'm wrong right here. And well, this is the standard track list of the volume 3, sorry, of the volume 3 album. Subliminal Verses, and well, there are also three other tapes which I would like to show you. One of these is this one. Let me just brighten it up. It's a promotional tape. I believe if you watch this video, then you will know what a promotional tape is. If you don't know what a promo tape or promo CD is, there is a short explanation. Usually bands or record companies send out promotional tapes or promotional CDs to radio stations, to TV stations, to, well, as the name says, to promote a new CD or a new single or a new album. And those tapes or CDs, promo CDs, which I will show later, are not for sale. They can be purchased over eBay, purchased over other collecting websites. You can also try to contact several radio stations or several video music stations and try to get one of those or the CDs. Maybe you're lucky, but the best source for promotional records is eBay, for example. And the interesting thing is that on promotional tapes you can find several editions or several versions of tracks or songs which you cannot find on the regular CDs or album releases. So maybe, for example, there are call-out hooks, so quite of a presentation shootouts or something, but we will get to this later. And this is one CD, I'm sorry, one tape, promotional tape. There is another one of Iowa, Heretic Song. It's in a pretty bad condition, as you can see it right here, but I got it in this condition. I'm just gonna show you the tape. Just don't want to screw up the cover. Just let me pull it out. Okay, so here we go. There is only one song on this tape, and on the B side it's the same song. So Heretic Song, Rough, is on side A and side B. Behind the Heretic song Rough, there is an interesting story. There was a promotional CD of Heretic song, which had a, I think it's called misprint. You can correct me on this one. Usually they released the promotional CD with Heretic song Rough mix printed on it, but there are some very, very unique items which are missing the mix word on the case or on the CD. So if you find something like this, it's a pretty unique item, and you should get one of those if they are not too expensive. Another promotional tape, or it's not a promotional tape, it's a sampler tape, is Spread the Sickness with Spit It Out and Surfacing Rough mix. On the other side we also have Spit It Out and Surfacing, and this is for promotional use only, and it's called the Slipknot cassette sampler. So these have been the cassettes, and now we will continue with the CDs and albums. Well, there is no much explanation needed for this one, but what I would like to tell you, because well, there are several things that need to be explained right here. If you find Made with Key Repeat on eBay or on other platforms or something, please don't think that you get an original copy, because those CDs, this album has been limited, or not limited, but it has been released with a number of about 2,000 original copies. So if you find this CD on eBay, for example, for 50-60 euro, you can be pretty sure that you don't get the original one. Also, the same thing is with the vinyl releases or LP releases of this album. There were no LPs produced by Slipknot at this time, back then in 1996. The LP releases are fan-made by, I think, a Scandinavian guy who made amount of copies and was selling them on eBay for a price of about, I don't remember, 40 or 50 euros. But it's not original. So don't waste your money. It's just my good advice. Don't waste your money on LPs of Made with Key Repeat, pictured vinyls or something. Those are not original items. So let's continue with several editions and versions I have from the self-titled album. This one is pretty known. It's the first official release of Slipknot in the lineup, which has been standing for a lot of years. And this is a release. This is the standard release. You can see that there is the song "Purity" is not on this album. "Purity" has been not. There is an album version. I'm gonna get to this in a few minutes. "Purity" has had to be removed because of copyright issues. Because of some parts of the song were used, and there were copyright issues about this. They took it from a movie, I believe, and so they had to remove. There were versions of this CD with Purity, and then they had to re-release this album without the Purity song on it. So this is the official one, which you can find in nearly every record store. So there is nothing unique or special about this one. So let's get to the Purity version. This is it looks nearly exactly the same. Let me just. I try to light it up a little bit. I know that the quality is not well, but just let's compare those two CDs. You can see that they are quite nearly exactly the same. You can see here the writing Slipknot, and there's the symbol, and well, it's the most different part. But if you look on the backside on the track list, you can see that there is Purity, Frail Limbed Nursery. I just try to correct it a little bit. Frail Limbed Nursery is here, and Purity, there's the song number 9 on the CD. So this is an originally sealed version of the very first release of the first self-titled album with Purity on it, and it's never going to be opened up by me. So those are these two, and for the big finish of the self-titled era, this is also kind of unique, a very special item for me. You can see that every band member has signed this release, this cover, and if you look on the inside, there is a booklet There is a booklet with lyrics. There is a booklet with some art, and also we can have a look at the CD itself. So you can see that it's quite different in the design or in the artwork between this. So this is also an official release. It's an official Roadrunner release, but as you can see, in another design and version. So also we can here have a look on the track list. There are 2 bonus tracks on the CD, Interloper and Despise, which is a former demo version of Purity, if I'm not wrong right now, because it's a long time I listened to those songs. Also on this release there is no Purity version. I don't know, maybe there is this album in this version of the release with Purity, but I haven't found it yet. So here we go. Okay, next one. This one is in pretty bad shape, to be honest. I played it a lot, and it's just the usual release from which you can buy in any record store, Iowa. Yeah, well, so as I said, this case is in a pretty bad shape. I apologize for this one, but if you want to have a look, so it just you can see the CD is falling apart. I have to replace this by a good one. So there is the track. This is standard, but you can see it pretty weak right here. But it's the standard release CD. Next one is well known, I believe, Volume 3 Subliminal Verses. You saw the tape version of this one already, as same as you saw the tape versions of Iowa and Self-Titled. And there is the CD artwork, which you can see right here. I can correct it. So there you go. We had a video on this CD. The video was, I believe, Duality. And this is just a standard release of the Voluminal Inside. I switched those two. Volume 3 Subliminal Verses, not the Voluminal Inside the Night. This was a live album, but this is Volume 3 Subliminal Verses. There is also another release version of this CD. This was the special edition with a bonus CD, and this one is still sealed. I haven't opened it up. But it's in digital form on my computer, and there are some live records of the album, and yeah, well, pretty nice condition too, and well, glad I got it, and glad that I didn't open it up. Let's continue. This was a live CD, 90 live, recorded in Japan and in the United States. We can also have a look at this CD right here. Pretty nice, but nothing very special about this. CD number 2 is back there, same design. So, also never played, but opened. And what we got here is the last album I bought, the last released CD I bought, because this was the original, well, not quite the original lineup, but my favorite lineup with Paul and Joey. All Hope Is Gone Special Edition CD DVD with some bonus tracks, artwork, expanded artwork, and yeah, well, it looks quite a little bit like the Iowa design back there. It's just a standard CD. So there is a DVD still also in there, as you can see right here, as I mentioned. And yeah, well, there are some videos, and what do we also get there? Let me just have a look. Bonus tracks are Child Burning Time, Vermilion Part 2, Till We Die, and Making of All Hope Is Gone. So, we are finished with the albums. Let's switch over to the single releases. I know that there are some missing right now, but there are some nice items here too. One of those is Wait and Bleed, the very first single released by Slipknot and Roadrunner. Well, it's not sealed, but it's in a good condition, very good condition, I would say. There are no scratches or something. CD is in a pretty good shape, and all the artwork is not damaged in any kind. This is just a standard artwork, so there's just maybe a little damage here up here, but nothing serious. The next single in our timeline, Spit It Out, one of the most known. You can see the artwork here. 3 titles, 3 songs on the CD: Spit It Out, Surfacing Live, and Wait and Bleed Live. Next one is Left Behind, Iowa Era. We can see that the CD is it remembers a little bit of Disaster Pieces DVD. It's quite a different color. And what we have on this CD is Left Behind, Liberate, live version, and Surfacing live version, and it also contains the Left Behind video, director's cut. Let's continue with this gorgeous woman, My Plug, Resident Evil soundtrack, and this one is pretty nice because it's the edition with the video, which was really great. If you maybe remember the video of this one, a combination of Disaster Pieces DVD and some scenes from the movie cut together in a really great way. Amazing video, one of the best videos made by Slipknot in my opinion. So there we go with My Plug, New Abuse Mix, Heretic Anthem Live, Sick Live, and the video of My Plug. Plug, user would say in German. Sorry for this one if I misspelled it. Next single is Duality. Also, this single, I have to admit, is not in the best shape, but it's not scratched or something. Looks kind of clean. We have this is the design. Looks quite like the design of the album. And we have 3 songs on this CD. It's Duality single version, Don't Get Close, and a live version of Disaster Piece. Let's continue with Vermilion. I'm not sure if there was a release of Vermilion Part 2 also. We have here Vermilion single mix, Scream, and Vermilion full-length single mix. And here we go, have a take at the artwork. Looks familiar. So the next is this one. It's still sealed. It's also the last single CD I bought. It's Psychosocial. It's a 2-track premium edition with a poster. It's still sealed, as you can see. And the track list here is All Hope Is Gone and Psychosocial. And there is also a promotional version of this CD, but we come to this later. I know that there are some single versions which are missing in between. For example, Blister Exists, The Nameless, Before I Forget, and all this stuff. I don't know why I'm missing them. I think that I just, I just got out of collecting at some point of time, and so I lost my interest. And that's why I didn't got them. I got Psychosocial only because someone gave it as a gift to me. So then I got the single, and then I wanted the promo CD, so I got both. So the topic is right fine. We will switch over right now to the promotional CDs. You remember when I explained what a promo tape is, or promo CD, promotional releases for radio stations. And we also can have a look right here. This is something I mentioned before. I think you can see it right now. It's called Radio ID. It's right here, the track 3 and 4 on the CD. Those are short tracks, 11 and 10 seconds, a pre-release and a post-release version. So this is something the radio station are playing before the song is played to introduce the song, introduce the band. This is the CD which will be released on this and this date, for example. And on this promotional CD we have Pulse of the Maggots and Duality. And if you want to have a look on the CD, I can show it also. The artwork is quite similar to the album, but we have for promotional use only written on it on the top. So there is the CD. I'm gonna switch over to the next promo versions right now, and we're gonna have a look on 2 CDs at the same time. So what I miss in the single versions, I can provide you with in the promotional versions. There is Before I Forget promo. CD cover looks like this. I don't know what the sticker is doing right here, but I never put it off, but I don't care. Track list is quite short. It's just before I forget. Okay, there we go. And the other promotional CD is the 90 Live Sampler, which was a promotional CD for the live album, which has been released before All Hope Is Gone, when I'm not completely wrong right now here. Feel free to correct me. So let me put this away. Later. We will continue with the promotional releases of Volume 3 Subliminal Verses and two kind of special versions and CDs. This is the promo for the Nameless. This is the artwork, which in my opinion is one of the most beautiful artwork in Slipknot or Roadrunner ever made. I don't know if the single CD version of Nameless looks exactly like this, or if there are some singles released, but this is really great. Looks really fine. Great color. Don't know if you can see it better right here. There are two tracks on the CD, the Nameless Edit and the Nameless Live. And the other promotional CDs, which I can show you from this era, are Vermilion. I can't get Voluminal Side 9 out of my head. Just don't know what the reason is, to be honest. There's the Vermilion promo CD. It's also just... no, we get two tracks here. It's... just screw up the quality. I'm sorry. Vermilion single mix and Vermilion full-length single mix. And a pretty great item is the following. Just let me pack away the Vermilion promo. I don't want to get in my way. It's this one. It's Vermilion Part 2 promo. I don't know if there is, in fact, a single release. I haven't looked it up, to be honest. But I don't know. I believe there is no single release of this one. You can correct me. I just don't want to look it up right now on the computer. I'm not sure. Maybe I forgot it. But there is the promo version. Tracklist is also pretty short. It's just a Vermilion Part 2 record. And yeah, I just remember that it took me some time to get this one. It was not easy. So let me just pack away these two CDs. Names and Vermilion Part 2. And let's continue. Yeah, let's finish off the era of Subliminal Verses with the Duality promotional CD. There we go. Artwork looks exactly like the one of the single CD, and there's just one track, Duality. So let's just get this one away too. So let's just switch over to the Iowa era, and oh no, I forgot something. I didn't. Okay, I just thought that one CD was in a wrong pile. This is quite rare and amazing item. It's not cheap, believe me. This version of promotional CD of Left Behind is why, if I remember correctly, one of the most unique items you can ever get by Slipknot or by Roadrunner. This is nothing fan-made. This is an official release of a promotional CD, which looks like this. It's not a single. It looks quite exactly like, I think, like the single version. I have the Left Behind single right here. We can take a look. Just now I'm just curious. I would like to compare it. Just let me have a look if I have the single right here. I had it. I know it. Yes, there we go. This is the original. Okay, you can see the artwork is completely different. I thought it's the same, but you can see it's completely different. This looks like Iowa or like a Disaster Pieces DVD. And yeah, it's one of the most rarest unique items that I was able to find. For promotional use only, the tracklist is Left Behind alternate, album version with fade, and album version. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but this was one of the most expensive and most hard to get items I ever had in my collection. So I'm pretty sure I remember it correctly. And let's continue with the promo versions of the Iowa era. This one is Iowa sampler taken from the Iowa album. Heretic Anthem, People Equal Shit, Left Behind, Heretic Anthem clean version. Yes, there was a clean version of this one. And also here we can have a look on the artwork of the CD. Just let me take that out. As you can see, it looks quite exactly the same like the Left Behind promotional CD which I showed you a minute before. But you can see it here, Iowa sampler. Okay, let's put that back into. And let's continue with two CDs. I'm just gonna grab them out of the card sleeve, so I don't have to do it right now when I show it to you. First one, this is the promotional version of my Plague single, and the difference is that we don't have the video on it. There are no additional tracks. There's just my Plague New Abuse mix, or my Plague, correct me, yeah, okay, you will, anyway. And there is a Heretic Song rough mix. There is something interesting, you know, you remember I told you about the tape. I can get it back here, so we can compare the artwork. There is the tape artwork and there's the CD artwork. Looks quite the same. And just my advice, if you find, once again, if you find this CD, and if you find this CD without the mix, grab it, get it, buy it. I don't know the exact amount of the misprinted versions, but I don't know, maybe there are 10, 12, 15 or something, so rare shit. Get it if you can. Get it if you can. This is not so hard to get at all. You can find it on eBay regularly. And yeah, that's the back side. So let me put this over too. And before you ask, no, I don't have the misprinted version of Heretic Song. But yeah, I would like to have it, but I don't have $1,000 to spend on it. The next items are two samplers. Samplers are also kind of promotional CDs, but they are really hard to get. Well, I had problems to get this one. I remember also that I made a video and I uploaded it on YouTube where I asked my viewers to help me out to find this sampler, and after some time it was successful, and this pretty CD found the way to me. And we can also see the track list here. It's Surfacing Live, Wait and Bleed Live, Me Inside, and the Spice demo. And well, this is you can call it a promo version, but it's not really a promotional edition. It's just a sampler which is being sent out only to radio stations. And I remember that it cost me some time and a little bit of money to get this one, but I'm pretty proud and happy to have this in my collection. And the next one is the Iowa Metal Radio Sampler. This is the original case, so don't wonder because there is no booklet. There is no booklet in this edition. We have here Heretic Song, People Equal Shit, Left Behind, and Heretic Song Clean. Don't mix it up with the other promotional one I showed you before. Just have to take a look where it was. This was this right here. Those are different versions. This is this is not the same. If you look at the back side, we have here Iowa sampler, and this is for promotional use. So, and there are also different versions of songs, different songs on these two CDs. You can see right here that there's the Heretic Anthem, and here we got Heretic Song. And there is the clean version too, and the standard version. And if you also have a look at the CD artwork, it's nearly the same. It's nearly the same, but there's a small difference. We get here Metal Radius sampler, and here is Iowa sampler. So this is not the same CD. This is also pretty hard to get. So just give me a second. Get rid of those. And now we get to the self-titled era and the promotional CD releases. This is Spit It Out. It looks, well, not exactly the same like the single version. I don't have it right now to compare. I just have to look it up. Oh yeah, I do. There is, well, it looks kind of different. This is the single version. This is the promotional version. I personally prefer this one. The artwork, I like the artwork better, also with the symbol right here. And yeah, just let me see. This is call-out hook. That's the call-out hook I told you before. So the 12-second length. It's just a speech. What is the CD? What is the release? When is the release date? And all this stuff. And then they play the first song. They play first the call-out hook, and then to spit it out, it edit. Okay. Next item. Just let me see if this is the. If I'm showing you the right stuff right now. Just give me a second. A metal sampler, okay. I don't know if I showed you this one. This is the Vermilion single. I think you've seen it, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss out something. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue, but let me see with what. So this was the Spit It Out promo. Just let me see where we got the other promos. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is another version of the Spit It Out promo. Also, the track list is different. There is an audio track and a video track added of Spit It Out on the CD. As you can see, for promotional use only. It's written down here. And we can also have a look at the artwork of the CD. So, this is how it looks right here. Kind of different too. And those are, well, also pretty hard to get items. I believe that there is one version of the Spit It Out promo which is, well, kind of easy to get on eBay, but the other ones in a hard case, if I remember correctly, are pretty hard to get. So let's continue with Wait and Bleed, which was the first single, and this was a promotional edition of the first single, and this one, my friends, is, well, this is sweet. This is really sweet. Good luck to get this one. It took me about 2.5 years. There's a colored hook too. There's a radio mix and an LP mix of Wait and Bleed. And we have also the information that it's for promotional use only. I don't know what this here is. Who wrote it down on this one? Maybe it was someone of the band. I don't know. But yeah, well, fine item. As I said, good luck to get this one. It's pretty hard. The next CD, promotional CD. I don't know exactly if this is a promotional CD, to be honest. I got it in this condition and I tried to look up this Roadrunner number, but even Roadrunner wasn't really able to tell me if I'm right or wrong with that this is an official release or not. CD looks quite cool. I just hope that you can see it. Nah, just ignore the fingerprints. It's... Well, just let me try to... that's better. That's better. So, Wait and Bleed Radio Mix, Spit It Out, Our Caffeine, Hyper Malt Mix, and 6 Spaceship Console Mix. It looks like an official one, but if someone of you guys has any information about this CD, please let me know. Just write down a comment, well, would be interesting, because, well, I was not able to find out anything specific within the last year, so maybe someone knows anything about this one. Let's continue with the promos. Well, there's a little jump in time here, because I missed out the psychosocial promo I wanted to show you at the beginning, but I'm doing right now. This is the promotional edition of this single release, and CD looks, I think, quite the same, but we can have a look here. That was a pretty new art, CD art. They didn't use that one before. Psychosocial album version and an edit version on this CD, as you can see here. So let's get away with this one. Then there are two CDs which I would like to show you. Of course, they are not official, but there are some. Those are some nice items for hardcore maggots. Live, rare, unreleased, as you can see right here. This was a CD art made by. You were able to download it back in 2004 or 2003 from madefeedqrepeat.com, if I remember correctly, or mfkr1.com. I don't know exactly. You were allowed to download this CD artwork. You can print it and you can download this. But interesting is the track list right here. We have Carve, we have Slipknot, Basement version, we have Coleslaw, Gently, Mean Side, Only One, Prosthetics, Windows, sorry, live version, What's Wrong, Basement version, The Mean Side, Idiot Basement, May 17th live, Interloper live, Gently Basement, Heartache, and A Pair of Scissors live. Those are recordings from the Basement sessions and the first live gigs of Slipknot in the lineup before Corey Taylor, for example, joined the band. So those are really good songs. For the first thing is, there are good songs, and there are several songs right here which have been reused on later album versions, and today they are called they are, it's Duality, for example, Purity, other Gently version, Despise. So if you want to compare some versions of the songs and the later versions, download those. I think if you are able to Google, then you should be able to look it up. It's really worth it. It's really worth to listen to those older songs, and well, this is also for me personally, it's a great item, because it's the mark of the beginning of the band back in 1995, 94, 96, and well, it's nice to listen to those songs. And another CD I would like to show you is something you will never get in any store. I don't think you will find this online. This CD, German Sickness, is a live bootleg. You can see the artwork right here. It's pretty, well, it's nothing special at all, but promotionally only, not for sale. It has been used for sale. There are 200 copies of this CD. It's a live record from Schalke 2004. The guy who made this CD, who made this 200 copies, has been busted. he didn't go to jail, if I remember correctly, but he had to pay not a quite small amount of money. His name was Barcode Killer. He was another collector from Germany, and he got into a lot of troubles for making this one. But, well, if you like to collect some interesting items, this also maybe would be something you could consider to buy if you find a copy of this one on the regular platforms. So, we are finished with the CDs, and now I would like to show you some items you can watch. And the first one is an old school VHS tape. There is also a DVD version of Welcome to Our Neighborhood, but, well, I thought that it might be quite neat to have this version also. Most of the people see just this side of the cover, and on my desk, and they ask if this is a book. They're pretty surprised when they see it. This is a videotape. And another one. I have to apologize for the bad condition of this one. You can see what happened to this nice cover. This is the original Disaster Pieces DVD. Most of you guys should know this one. So nothing special about this one. But, well, if we collect promos, we collect all of them. This is Disaster Pieces for Promotional Use Only DVD. Yep, there was also a promo of Disaster Pieces, and it looks like this. CD looks nearly exactly the same. Let me just pull it out and show you. No, not CDs, DVDs. Those are DVDs. It's the same content as the official release, but in a smaller box. So we got here this DVD, second DVD to compare. Also right here. This is quite a little bit darker color, I believe, but there's not much difference. So this is the Disaster Pieces. And now we are getting to the last interesting items, the last great items. Just have to check if I have enough battery to continue. It should work. If not, then I'm going to cut it out. This is, well, quite neat and very important item for me. It's, as you can see, it's a signed Duality LP, and it's framed so I can get it on a wall. Usually it is on my wall, so this is something I got as a gift, Christmas gift, from my former girlfriend. Hello there, thank you very much. And yeah, very personal item, very important item for me, never for sale. So yeah, just to have a look. This is the Duality LP, and the last one. I just have to see where I got it. Because I clean up my stuff, and now it's hard to find something. But there we go. Okay, there we go. This is the Full Metal Scratch It vinyl LP. You can buy those in online stores. Yes, you can find those on eBay. Yes. But you will not find this one. Why? Because this one has been used personally by Sid Wilson over the recordings of Voluminal Inside the Nine. This is used by Sid. So, took me quite a long time back then. There is another video on my channel, which is from the day when I got it. And this is also something that is definitely never for sale, because, well, this is the only item I got directly from the hands of the band. Someone worked with this one, someone used it and for recording and for making a DVD and a live record. So it's a fantastic, unique item. And yeah, so you can also have a look at the back side. So here we go. So, my question to you guys is the following. I'm thinking about to get rid of my collection, to sell it, because there are some missing parts, there are some missing CDs. Time went on, Paul died, unfortunately, very sad thing. Joey's out, so for me the band is not the same as has been before, and so I lost my interest in collecting more and more stuff. And so, what would you do? Would you think that it's a good idea to sell all this stuff, or would you keep it, or would you try to get more stuff to collect, to keep it on, keep on doing? Just tell me what you think. Tell me your advice. Tell me your opinion, and we'll consider every option. And just leave a comment. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you for your patience. This were 45 minutes of your time. And just leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Thank you very much. Goodbye.